need a place to sit, but all the places are covered with snow. Wrath of Christmas. Ah, birds. They've come out and they are now flying around. The old arborvitae. I have no idea when that was planted. I'm thinking it was probably planted around 1915 when old Mrs. Kaufman used to live here. Ah, these are my bulb beds. Filled with early spring bulbs. Very much, I always seem to forget it. Here's the globe arborvitaes that were so damaged the other 2 years ago. And they're carrying some weight of snow now. I don't like to work on it with ungloved hands, but here I go. Ow! Ooh, it's so cold. But you can see it was, yeah, bent down, damaged. Well, this year, my to-do list will hold hedging it back, and maybe coming out here a little later and using a broom. That's the easiest way to get this powdery snow off. Makes quick work of it. I just let some of these grassy places grow. It's not special grass, it's just, that's what grows here. I don't know what it is. I wonder if it's like drop seed. I'll have to look that up. See what it is. Ooh, deep snow again. And I always leave some milkweed. I think it's good for the monarchs and whatever other butterflies like it. Maybe some birds eat it, I don't know, but I know the monarchs like it. I was working back here, and it still needs work. These are crab apples that birds don't seem to like these all that well. I suppose later in the winter they'll come by and get them. There's my fire pit, covered. We were going to move it, but it got way too cold, too quick. And there it sits with its cover. I do believe it will be safe. And here's our little bird sanctuary, wildlife sanctuary. It started out with a compost pit. And I used to have a vegetable garden right where I'm standing before I planted this tree or any of the trees. And it wasn't a particularly good place for vegetables, and I decided to leave it. And then grass grew, and there are some planted raspberries in there. I always like to see the snow on the branches. It's always so pretty. And this is midday. Usually midday in Ohio it's all melted off, but we're in for some frigid temperatures. Now here, cat track in the yard to find something else, something more wild. Heard coyotes the other day. I don't ever like to hear coyotes. I fear for the lives of our cats. I love these pines. A friend gave me these pines years ago. These are pass-along pines. And there is a Scotch pine that my mom gave me. One of these has a story. Which one is it now? I do believe it's this pine right beyond the fence. It seemed like it was so much farther out in those days. I planted a little tiny pine tree that I think my mom had given me that one too. And somebody ran over it, broke it, and it made me really sad, but I took a stick and I secured it, splinted it, and it recovered. Oh my goodness, it recovered.